Fox Sports.
We are Fox Sports. We are LA.
Nice off day yesterday for the Angels, especially after the victory on Tuesday night against the Arizona Diamondbacks. Tonight they open up a 4-game series against the visiting Toronto Blue Jays. Welcome inside the Big A and back to Angels baseball here on Fox Sports West along with Mark Gubiza. I'm Victor Rojas, and when you start talking about the offense and trying to get some different guys involved in the offense, one name stands out in particular who has struggled all season long, Cole Calhoun. Since he's been back, swinging the bat a little bit better.
Yeah, Victor, it was 2 games since coming back from the disabled list. A little adjustment in his swing and his stance, and all of a sudden now he's allowing the baseball to travel a little bit deeper in the strike zone, hit the ball the other way, and also can turn on some pitches. That's the thing, it's very important for Cole. Staying back, staying comfortable in the batter's box, and then when a mistake is made, he has the ability, as we saw the other night, to hit one out of the ballpark. His first home run since opening day, and that high fives and the hugs when he got back in the dugout was great to see. He means a lot to this team on the offensive side and on the defensive side. Hopefully he'll be able to keep it going tonight.
I think for me that was the best part about it. His teammates kind of wrapping their arms around him.
Like me and you all the time.
Every single day. The Angels did have a little bit of injury news this evening. Is Tyler Skaggs was scheduled to make the start. He is out. John Lamb will get the start. Tyler will be reevaluated as he is, as we are, day to day dealing with a hamstring issue. Aaron Sanchez on the mound for the Toronto Blue Jays as we're just about ready for baseball here at the Big A. Sit back, relax. Line up some first pitch when we return.
Smoke, high fly ball to right. Calhoun back at the track. This one's gonna go home run. Justin Smoke.
He'll shoot one out toward deep left center field. Headed toward the rocks. Incoming. Big fly for Mike Trout. Angels Baseball on Fox Sports West is brought to you by the new 2019 Jeep Cherokee. Embrace every new opportunity with a redesigned exterior and 31 highway MPG. Test drive one today. By Mercury Insurance, we're on a mission to save you money. Log on to mercuryinsurance.com to get a fast free quote and see how much you can save. And by your SoCal Mazda dealers. Beautiful night for baseball here at the Big A. Hope you are enjoying your Thursday night. Not a cloud in the sky here as the Angels are about ready to take the field. The ground rules being explained. Mike Scioscia, DeMarlo Hale, the bench coach for the Blue Jays, out with the umpire crew going through the ground rules. Of course, any non-division team one time through here, and so you kind of have to go through the, especially out in right field, the new netting behind home plate, and in right field with the new home run marker out there, and that's what they end up doing on a game by game. Yeah, I guess they do kind of game by game.
Yes, they'll go over each and every time.
But definitely the first game of the series,
especially the first game of a 4-game set.
Yeah, long weekend here against the Toronto Blue Jays. Let's take a look at the lineup brought to you by City National Bank, the Toronto Blue Jays. Manager is John Gibbons. They're currently at 34 and 39, third place in the American League East, and it'll be Hernandez in left field, Justin Smoke at first base, and Hervis Solarte at third, Kendrys Morales, former Angels, at DH, Kevin Pillar is in center field, Randall Grichuk out in right, Aledmus Diaz, the shortstop, Luke Maile behind the plate, and Lourdes Gurriel will bat ninth and play second base. We mentioned going to break. The Tyler Skaggs was originally scheduled to make the start tonight. Instead, it'll be John Lamb making his second major league start. Went 5 innings in his first one.
Pretty solid out there for Lamb in Oakland. 88 to 91 is fastball, throw a cut fastball, throw a curveball and a changeup. Also, my go-tos for Lamb to be successful against his Toronto lineup is consistency with that arm side fastball and changeup combo. That changeup was a very good pitch for him also, and the break a ball out of the strike zone. Looks like a strike, ends up out of the strike zone. It'll be very important against the right-handed batters in this lineup for Toronto. So make it appear to be a strike and then get him swing and miss as it breaks out of the strike zone.
Check out the defense for the Angels tonight. A little different look with Mike Trout not in the lineup, but defensively he'll serve as the DH tonight. So you've got Upton, Hermosillo, and Calhoun. Jacob Jewell was sent down after Tuesday night's games. Hermosillo was called up today. Valbuena Simmons on the left side, Kinsler Pujols on the right. Maldonado behind the plate.
Hermosillo making his first career start out in center field, has made 7 starts out in right field, and so far no errors, no outfield assists so far for Hermosillo. But we've seen him play some center field in spring training. He's got real good angles he takes going back on the baseball, so it's pretty solid out in center here tonight.
As we saw in that start up in Oakland, Lamb's a guy that doesn't waste a whole lot of time on the mound. He gets after it. Just with an opportunity to pick up a game on the Seattle Mariners as far as the wild card is concerned. The first one tonight is in for a strike. 72 degrees on this beautiful night. Seattle lost the New York Yankees earlier today. No balls, 2 strikes. Tasker Hernandez, a left fielder, hitting .263, 12 home runs, 32 runs batted in. It's a Blue Jays team that is 5 games under 500 out on the road this year at 14 and 19. Down goes Hernandez, 1 out.
I like what Lamb did there. He aggressively went after Hernandez after 2 fastballs on that arm side fastball that we talked about. Important. Then there was his cutter off the plate inside to get a swing and miss. Late action on that cut fastball, swing and miss. Good pitch for John Lamb.
There's Justin Smoke, their first baseman. Switch hitter batting from the right side, .231 on the year. Misses off the plate for ball 1. Second meeting between these two teams. The Angels took 2 of 3 at the Rogers Center. 1-1. Toronto out on the road this year, .224 team batting average. Without Josh Donaldson once again dealing with a calf injury. Second time he's had to deal with that after dealing with the shoulder issue coming out of spring training. And no Troy Tulowitzki.
So far pretty good as far as that cut fastball from Lamb.
Just off the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Come on, Blue.
Smoke pulls one down the left field line, out in front just a little bit, and it goes foul.
Just a long strike. If you're a pitcher, just think it turns I got away with a mistake. Smoke was all over that pitch on the inner half. This time he was ready for that cut fastball. Just hooked it foul. Going back inside with a fastball. Slower motion.
Popped up shallow right. Cole has to come in on it. 2 down.
And we saw that from Lamb up in Oakland, where he would slow down his delivery, just throw the timing off of a hitter. A little bit Johnny Cueto as far as that, as far as delivery.
One thing that he did do in that first start, and that's why the pitch count got up there a little bit. He ended up going 5 innings. A lot of deep counts early, and it cost him as far as so-called pitch count, if you want to call it that. Not that he's on one, but limited amount of innings down at AAA, even though he'd been starting. Love for him to go out there and give you 7 solid innings tonight. Solarte unable to wait back on that pitch.
Good breaking ball there from Lamb. And I think for John Lamb tonight, especially I think Mike Scioscia, you know, he talked about 85 to 90 range that first time out. With the current state of the starting staff, I think you're going to see him be able to push him a little bit deeper as far as maybe 95 to 105 pitches, depending on how well he's pitching.
Swing and a miss. No balls, 2 strikes. Solarte hitting .260 with 15 home runs, 44 runs batted in.
Here's a chance to get a quick out, a 3-pitch out here. He's able to do that against Hernandez.
0-2 now. Rolled foul. 2 quick outs here in the first. Strike out to fly ball to right. And at 12 pitches.
Yeah, watch it during batting practice. Lamb was out there shagging fly balls.
I've
during
never
batting
seen
practice.
that before. I've never seen a pitcher. I've seen him in the dugout. Well,
yeah.
Jesse Chavez used to do that. Come out of the
Hector
dugout during
Santiago
BP.
used to walk around there on the days he pitched.
But he was in center field shagging during BP. I love it. I think it's cool. Broken bat roller to short. Andrelton's got it.
It's a great changeup.
1-2-3 inning for John Lamb. Will head to the bottom of the first with no score. .39 and 35, and Kinsler leading things off at second. Trout's at DH. Upton in left field. Pujols at first. Valbuena's at third. Simmons at short. Calhoun at right. Maldonado behind the plate. Hermosillo batting ninth, playing center field as they take on the 25-year-old right-hander native of Barstow. Aaron Sanchez on the mound, making his 15th start.
Yeah, he will throw a lot of fastballs. My go-tos to be successful against Sanchez here this evening for the Angels, and their approach against them is bring that fastball in the strike zone. When you do, you can have some pretty good success against that, whether driving the ball the other way or hitting it out of the ballpark, and then drive that changeup the other way. Don't try to pull that pitch. Use the middle of the field or go the other way on his changeup. He throws about 25% of his pitches changeups, the other 65% fastballs and 10% curveballs.
Kinsler ready to lead things off. 225 batting average, and he will look at a strike. Come on, in. 14 doubles, 10 home runs, and 20 runs batted in for Ian. Homered in the first inning of Tuesday night's game. Two balls, one strike. Second start for Sanchez against the Angels this year. Pitched on May 23rd. Got a no decision, 5 innings. Allowed no runs, just 2 hits, had 5 strikeouts and no walks. Up the middle, not hit very hard. Nice play by Diaz. Low throw dug out by Smoke, 1 down.
And Smoke's a very solid defender at first base. That's a tough in-between hop. He'll scoop that one.
There's a look at the defense, I should say, for the Blue Jays. Hernandez, Pilar, Grichuk from left to right. Solarte, Diaz, Gurriel, and Smoke around the infield, mainly behind the plate.
Grichuk, 2 outfield assists so far this season. Had 9 outfield assists back in 2016. With the Cardinals, this is his 35th start out in right field for Randal Grichuk, former draft pick for the Angels. Who just happened to be drafted just ahead of the guy batting right now for the Angels.
Amazing.
Who knew?
Amazing how you timed that perfectly. Career game number 1,000 for Mike Trout tonight. He'll bounce this one foul. 1 ball, 1 strike. And I'll go back to the line I had for Sanchez. I wrote it down incorrectly. No strikeouts. 5 walks in that start against the Angels. 44 walks on the season for Aaron.
Yeah, he can get wild. And that's been the big issue for him, especially controlling the fastball. I would anticipate Mike Trout seeing a number of fastballs in with that finger issue he has on his throwing hand.
Such as that. I mean, now that the information's out there, I agree with you when you said it before the game today. Why wouldn't you try it? Because you're not going to give him really anything to pitch or to hit anyway.
Exactly. Either you're going to pitch, most times you're going to pitch him away, but especially with a finger issue, you're going to run the fastball in more often than normal.
3-1. And he works the walk. Shocker. On
and
board.
Another time on base again. Trout fans here as usual. And that's the one thing that's been so impressive about Trout. We talked about that, and you talked about it on the pregame show about Mike Trout. He doesn't expand the strike zone, doesn't pitch or swing at pitches that are not in the strike zone. Even though on a 3-1 count, you're sitting fastball, and he got a fastball, but it was not in the strike zone.
I read this morning that he has never gone more than 2 straight games without getting on base in his career. That's pretty ridiculous.
Yes.
Foul back. Good rip by Upton as he puts this one back into the seats. No balls and a strike. Pulled down the left field line, and that one is fair. Hops into the seats. A double for Justin Upton. Trout's got to stop at third. 2 in scoring position for Albert.
Boy, so important for Justin Upton to get hot again. He's on this pitch and hooks it right down the left field line. That's the 9th double of the season to go along with 16 home runs. A Hyundai key for this game for the Angels to be successful against Aaron Sanchez and Toronto. Well, Kim Petras, we're going heart to break. Break that fastball once it gets to that heart of the plate. And we saw that swing right there from Justin Upton. So bring that fastball. He throws a lot of them. Mentioned 65% to the heart of the plate and do damage.
Infield back here, the bottom of the first inning. In the dirt, and it gets away. Here comes the first run of the game. 1-0 Angels on the wild pitch. And just the second this year for Sanchez.
Overthrown fastball. Tried to backhand it, and it got by him. With that all-important first run, it looks like they're going to bring the infield in now.
1-0 count on Albert. 249 average, 12 home runs, 40 runs batted in. Another one that misses down and away. 2-0.
It's the exact same spot. You look at percentages of fastballs thrown to right-handed batters. He's sitting at about 85% this year, so Albert could sit on a fastball.
Took something off. Upton with a double. Went to third on the wild pitch. Angels up 1-0 here in the first. Line to left center field. A base hit. 2-0 Angels. Albert with his 41st run batted in.
Always your percentages go up higher as a hitter with the infield in to get it through the infield. Albert got one of those fastballs, 95-mile-an-hour fastball from Sanchez, and lines it into the outfield for an RBI single. Real good sound off the bat, barrel of the bat. 1,959 RBI for Albert Pujols in his career. He's now 41 RBI away from 2,000.
Here's Valbuena getting it started once again over at third base, hitting .216. Luis looking forward to the month of June being in his rear view mirror. The first couple of weeks not been kind to him. 151 average this month. 8 for 53. That one misses. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Albert Pujols with that base hit, 13 for his last 34 with runners in scoring position. 382 batting average for Pujols. Now the movement of the infield again with the count changing. Solarte moved over the second base side.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Diaz was over on the second base side of the bag. He was back to his shortstop position. Still just a ton of room right down this third base line if you want to stay back on the baseball. You're getting a lot of fastballs.
Valbuena strikes out for the second out of the inning. Again, this month of June just really crushed him. The batting average is dragged down this tough month of June as he takes that slow walk back to the dugout. Angelton Simmons at the plate. 2 outs and a man at first. Just misses low. Laz Diaz, by the way, calling the balls and strikes tonight. Manny Gonzalez at first. Andy Fletcher at second. Todd Tichenor over at third. Crew for this 4-game set. Quick 2-0 lead for the Angels in the first inning. 2-0.
Good patient at bat working so far for Andrelton Simmons, trying to get back on track since coming back from the disabled list. He's starting to hit some baseballs on the barrel of the bat. He was just amazing as far as the offensive numbers before getting hurt.
3 balls, no strikes with Calhoun on deck. Sanchez has always had a big arm since he was drafted in the first round by the Blue Jays in 2010 out of Barstow High School. Limited last year to just 8 starts, dealing with a blister problem. Middle finger. Caught the inside part of the plate. Trout got it started with a 1-out walk.
And another run scored for Trout.
Underneath it, left side. Diaz, the shortstop, calling for it. Halos are done here in the first, but they strike for 2, and we'll head to the second with the Angels on top. Tomorrow it all kicks off as Neymar and Brazil face off against Costa Rica at 7 a.m. Eastern, 6 a.m. Central, 4 a.m. Pacific on FS1. Then head over to Fox for a pair of big matchups starting at 10 a.m., 9 a.m., and 7 a.m. respectively. You can also stream it all live on the Fox Sports app. Halos up 2-0 here in the second. Morales, Pilar, and Grichuk coming up. Gooby, just so you know, your team Germany will play Sweden coming up on Saturday.
I thought
second match.
You're rooting for her, aren't you?
No. Well, at this point, doesn't really matter. It's a moot point. Kendrys takes inside, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Already some action down in the bullpen for Toronto.
Wonder if that goes back to something going on, because all we heard was Sanchez been throwing the ball so well. This was hit out toward left. Upton giving chase toward the corner and can't come up with it. The ball stays near the short wall. Kendrys just jogging into second. It's a double.
Long way to go for Justin Upton. He's trying to track where that wall is going to be. Stays at the lower part of the wall. Morales with a leadoff double.
10th double of the year for Kendrys. Leadoff man on board. That second look at that wall. He'd already given 1 look. As soon as he went and looked again, lost the ball.
Yeah, because what happens is your head and eyes jar as you're trying to track down that wall, and then all of a sudden it's difficult to be able to see that baseball right away at that point. And we say that often as far as corner outfielders, they're bunched more in the middle of the field, whether it's left center field or right center field. We used to see more often where, you know, left fielder would play closer to the line, but the way the defenses are set up, especially in the infield, they're more bunched in the the power alleys.
Kevin Pillar hitting .250, 7 home runs, 28 runs batted in. Pulls it foul. 0-2.
A cutter back inside. One thing I've always remembered about Pillar, even back in his days in high school, that's the one pitch he's pretty good on, is that inside part of the plate. He's had a tough time adjusting, especially some all-speed pitches away and down.
Seen already a couple of guys on the Blue Jays out in front of the off-speed stuff from Lamb. When you see a catcher set up out that far off the plate against a right-handed batter, then you see a pitcher kind of cut the off-speed pitch. Yeah, that is not committed. Is that what that is?
I think so. And what it tells me is Maldonado knows that. So he's even setting up further off there to make sure that ball doesn't start on the outside corner and drift to the middle part of the plate.
Because that's the danger zone.
Yes, exactly. You have a hitter up there that will go after that pitch off the outside corner. As a catcher, you set up out like that as Maldonado, and you want your pitcher to hit that spot to see if he can get himself out.
Lamb had himself a 1-2-3 first, gives up a leadoff double to Kendrys. 1-2 now. Pillar bounces and foul.
You see how far Pillar is off the plate, but now he senses with the back-to-back pitches at that part of the plate, he's just trying to punch that ball the other way to at very least advance Morales to third. He might be susceptible to something in now.
Broken bat bouncer right back to the mound. Kendrys not going anywhere. One down.
Good
nice
pitch.
Yep.
And again, because he was looking out over the plate, he was able to jam him. Early in the count, he was looking in. Then he started looking away. That cut fastball in, breaks the bat, and gets the out without it. Morales being able to advance. You see how far below the label that was, almost on the handle of the bat.
Randall Grichuk takes inside for ball one. 26-year-old native of Rosenberg, Texas. 202 with 7 home runs, 21 runs batted in. 24th overall selection for the Angels back in 2009. One pick ahead of Trout. Rosenberg, Texas, down in just outside of Houston, outside of Sugar Land, Texas, to the that would be southwest of Houston.
He's been hitting the ball much better of late. When you think about it, 17 hits in his last 14 games, including 10 extra base hits, 5 doubles, 5 home runs.
Picked up by the Blue Jays in an offseason trade with St. Louis. 1-2. Grichuk last year hit .238 for the Cardinals, 22 home runs, 59 runs batted in. Got a man in scoring position with the Angels up 2-0.
That cut fastball has been pretty effective for Lamb to this point.
Tried to get him to chase the changeup.
It's a pretty good pitch too. That's what you want, not in the strike zone, just a little bit below it.
Lamb this year at AAA, 13 starts, 1-0, 49 2/3 innings. You see how far that fastball is off the plate. If you can open up both sides of the plate especially that far off the plate. I mean, as a left-handed pitcher throws a cutter.
Yeah. It's almost very similar to that pitch to Pilar. Especially when you get them looking away. They're going back out, though.
Bouncer to second. Get the out as Morales advances to third. 2 down. And what it does, it essentially puts you on the defensive as a hitter. Especially early on, you saw Gritcha getting cutters inside, off speed, down and in. All of a sudden, one fastball up and away at 90.
Yep.
Way off the plate. And you're like, well, wait a second. Now what's coming? Because the last batter, Pilar got a cutter up.
Exactly.
You go down and in. You go change it away. Fastball away.
Even when you talk to Trout or Pujols, every given at bat, they're always looking for one part of the plate that they can feel comfortable with. It might be away, it might be in. Now, for the pitcher, that's what you don't want to have them comfortable guessing right on which part of the plate. But it's very difficult to cover both sides of the plate. Unless you're Mike Trout, of course, at this moment.
Lamb working from the windup. Diaz, the shortstop, up. Ball and a strike. 229. 6 home runs, 16 runs batted. As we mentioned earlier, Donaldson's out. Tulowitzki's still out. No Russell Martin today.
Jammed him again. Good high cutter.
And when we were in Toronto back in May, a lot of people wanting, Blue Jay fans anyways, a lot of people in Major League Baseball wanting Vladdy Jr. to get called up, but Vladdy's on the DL down in Double-A. There's that slow windup. 1-2.
It's a pretty good pitch. A little bit off the plate. Not easy for a lefty, that glove side fastball against a right-handed batter.
Out toward left center field will bring home a run. Left that one right over the heart of the plate. Diaz will turn and head to second. It's an RBI double. 2-1 Angels.
Ninth double of the season for Diaz, plus 17th RBI. Change up, about thigh high.
Very similar to that pitch we were talking about with, I think it was Pilar at the plate, not being committed to it. He was committed to it, but that's what we were talking about, is that pitch that kind of drifts right into the barrel.
Exactly. That's where you want to make sure you throw that nowhere near the strike zone. See if you get in the chase, especially when you're ahead of the count.
One count on Bailey, the catcher. Comes at batting 241. A couple of doubles in the inning for Toronto. Two no. Pardon me, 1-1. First pitch called a strike. Lamb, 27-year-old from La Palma at Laguna Hills High School. Royals 5th round pick in 2008. Never pitched in the big leagues with Kansas City. He was traded to Cincinnati. That's for a strike.
That's a good fastball right there. We talked about the importance of that arm side fastball. That was a good one. Be able to throw that on that side of the plate, it should allow you to have that same arm slot for your changeup if you ever wanted to fade that one off the outside corner.
Got him swinging a fastball away, but Blue Jays do get a run. It's 2-1 Angels as we head to the bottom of the second. Force West is brought to you by your Southern California Ford dealers. By Carl's Jr., take your mouth to Memphis, the call of Carl's. And by City National Bank, a proud sponsor of Angels baseball.
It's the bottom of the second inning. The Angels on top by the score of 2-1. Pitching change for the Blue Jays. This pitching change brought to you by Purple Bricks. Joe Biagini takes over for Aaron Sanchez. Not sure what the reason is, but asking Buck Martinez and Pat Tabler next door to us, the TV announcers for the Toronto Blue Jays. They think that perhaps the landing foot has bothered Aaron at times this year.
He did look at his finger after Albert Pujols lined that base hit in the left center field. And that's been something he's had to deal with a lot in his career. Unfortunately for the youngster, because he's got great stuff.
Once we hear the information, we'll certainly pass it along. Biagini 0-5 with a 7.89 ERA for the big 28-year-old. Had a terrific coming out party back in 2016. 60 games for Toronto. Was 4-3 with a 3.06 ERA. He backed off to a 5.5 ERA last year in 44 games, and struggles continued this season.
Yeah, Biagini's fastball is 90-95. Will throw a curveball, slider, and changeup.
Bottom third of the order: Calhoun, Maldonado, and Hermosillo. Cole lifting one out to left. Teoscar Hernandez is there, one down. Go back and take a look at the Pujols base hit. Brought home the second run.
He's upset with the location. You see him looking right at his finger at that particular moment and moving that finger around.
Like we said, last year limited because of the blister issue. So once we get that info, we'll pass it along.
Especially, he throws a lot of two-seam fastball, so you have those fingers in the, especially that middle finger, a lot of pressure on that seam of the baseball.
Martin Maldonado hitting .242 on the season. One ball, one strike. Biagini, originally in the San Francisco Giants organization, 26th round pick out of UC Davis. The Blue Jays made him a Rule 5 pick in 2016. That's why he spent the entire season in the big leagues. Last year they had him bouncing a little bit back and forth between the pen and the rotation. Made 18 starts. This year he's made 4. And I think that's tough for a youngster. He's no longer younger, but 28 years of age, and a college pitcher that you would think that you're either going to be a bullpen guy or a starter, and if you're going to be one or the other, could then commit to it, because I think it's difficult for some guys to make that transition back and forth, unless you're like a Jesse Chavez, who has made the change and is accepting of that change, and it's at the back end of your career.
Yeah, it's tough when you're trying to establish yourself at the major league level, because there's routines for pitchers, whether it's a starter or a bullpen arm.
Two. Line toward first and past Justin Smoke. Maldonado's on board with a one-out base hit. Not easy to get one past Smoke.
That's a good piece of hitting there by Maldonado, staying back, letting that baseball get a little bit deeper in the strike zone and lining it past Smoke. Right over the top, fastball, stays back and lines it the other way.
Here's their Hermosillo coming up. Let's go back to Biagini. I can see where an organization, after he has a very solid rookie campaign, thinks to itself, well, maybe we can make him a starter, help our rotation out, and have an in-house candidate that is cost effective. But at that point, I think you say, okay, listen, you're going into spring training as a starter, and we're going to leave you as a starter until it fails, and then you put you back in the bullpen.
That's the way it's stretched out. You get the pitch count up, get up and down in the course of a game 6-7 times.
Michael back in the big leagues, 3 for 21 so far with the Angels. Getting the start tonight in center. The breaking ball pulled to the left side, base hit. So back-to-back singles. That was a hanging breaking ball by Biagini.
And one thing you notice for Biagini too, when he gets in that stretch position, he has that glove pretty far away from his body. And sometimes, depending on what pitch you're going to throw, a hitter sometimes can see exactly what you're going to throw, whether your wrist is a certain way on a fastball or a breaking ball. A lot of times that's when you see somebody from the stretch position, they bring that glove closer to the body. More difficult to see that depending on how you are with your wrist and you're going to throw the baseball.
Kinsler grounded out to lead off the bottom of the first, so he's 0 for 1. A couple of men on. 1 out, 2-1 Angels. We're in the second. In the dirt. Not far enough for Maldonado to advance.
Certainly good to see the offense already with 4 hits in this game going into the second inning. Sometimes when you have that day off, sometimes your timing is off as far as a hitter.
Two balls, no strikes. Leadoff home run that Kinsler had on Tuesday night, 48th of his career, second this season. Also did it back on April the 12th. 5 home runs now behind Craig Biggio, the 3rd all-time. Leadoff Jacks. 2-1. Crowd waits on deck. Sanchez worked 1 inning. Gave up 2 runs, 2 hits, 1 strikeout, 1 walk.
He painted that 4-seam fastball. Again, if you're a hitter, you're trying to track the baseball out of the hand, potentially be able to tell what kind of a pitch Biagini's throwing. A lot of times you'll bring that glove closer. You see where he's at right there. You can see the wrist and the hand. Sometimes you'll make that bend of your wrist if you're throwing a certain pitch. And he's given up a lot of hits so far this season.
His whip that we talk about so often, walks, hits divided by innings pitched, 1.9.
Yeah. So I mean, you look at his stuff; it's pretty good. So you almost feel like as if the hitters are seeing something a little bit better against him when you compare it to his stuff.
Right on cue, there's 2 guys on base via hits. This Kinsler bounced it off his leg. We said it'd do it again at 3-2. That does something to you as a pitcher mentally when you're dealing with so much traffic, and you're creating the traffic yourself, whether it be via the hit or the walk. But it becomes a stressful inning every single time.
Because at one of those times you're going to make a mistake, they're going to lift the baseball, and before long it's a 2 or 3 run home run. See that grip he starts with, but then he brings it into the glove.
Kinsler strikes out on what would have been ball 4. 2 outs. John coming to the plate, walked and scored the first. I mentioned this is career game number 1,000 for him. Talking about comparisons. He's always been compared to Mickey Mantle since he came up. Willie Mays threw that one into the mix as well.
When you look at the numbers for Trout, and each one are ahead of Trout here and there, but Trout ahead of the other. So I mean, when you think about it, Mickey Mantle, Willie Mays, and your name is Mike Trout, you're in that same conversation. No wonder he has a little smile. Even though he said it's humbling, and the game of baseball is humbling, it's pretty cool to be in that same comparison with these 2 players.
Takes a strike, upper part of the strike zone. Mentioned those big names. He's already amassed a 60.8 career WAR. What does that mean? Well, he's got the highest WAR in Angels history already, surpassing Chuck Finley. He's got a higher career WAR than 69 Hall of Fame position players. That's ridiculous. This went over to third, and it goes a 4 shot. So Trout goes into the third out. So the Angels get nothing here in the second. 2-1. They lead it as we head to the third.
For all military by sharing a photo or video with hashtag #HatsOffForHeroes. For each post, T-Mobile will donate $1 to support veterans.
Top of the third, it is 2-1 Angels, the opening game of a 4-game set between your Halos and the visiting Toronto Blue Jays. John Lamb, 2 strikeouts, no walks, 2 hits allowed, 2 doubles in the second inning. That's how the Blue Jays plated their one and only run. It'll be 9-1-2. Gurriel, Hernandez, and Smoke for Toronto. 40 pitches thrown by John. Lourdes Gurriel comes in batting .206 through 20 games. A couple of home runs, 7 runs batted in. Younger brother of Astros first baseman Yuli Gurriel. Lourdes 24 years of age. Lifts it foul. 2-1. AA, AAA this year. 39 games, 307 with 6 home runs, 34 runs batted in. I like what he brings to the table.
Remember, they're solid young players coming up through their system.
Line to left, base hit. Leadoff man on board for the second straight inning. Top of the order coming up now.
Now let's take a look at We Make It Easy, brought to you by SoCal Toyota. Last inning for John Lamb. We talked about that arm side fastball, rated the corner, 88 miles an hour, and then elevates that fastball a little bit off the plate. We talked about the need for that arm side fastball. That time, that at bat against Gurriel Jr., unable to get to that spot with his fastball. Needs to get there, especially to get a ground ball.
Teoscar Hernandez, the left fielder, struck out into first. Takes a strike. ball, 1 strike. Decent lead for Gurriel at first base. Two balls, 1 strike now.
And Hernandez this season really has hit a fastball pretty good as far as power numbers. .269 batting average for Hernandez with 7 home runs. .250 versus a curveball and a changeup this season. It's 1 home run.
Angels kept him in check in the series in May, went 2 for 13. Two balls, 2 strikes. Justin Smoke on deck. 2 runs in the first for the Angels, 1 for Toronto in the second. A little bit high. Full count.
Gurriel will be going here. Hernandez has ran into 7 double plays.
And he'll strike out swinging for the second time. 3rd strikeout for Lamb, 1 down.
Right back to that arm side fastball. Good spot right on the corner. Hernandez trying to pull the baseball. Pulled off on it. No contact made.
Broken fly ball to shallow right at his first at bat. He's hit much better from the right side than he has the left this year. 286 from this side, 200 from the left side. More power though on the other side of the plate. Drives this one out to left center field. And that will hit off the base of the wall. Hermosillo drops the baseball, and that will allow Gurriel to be waved home. He will score. We're tied at 2. To get another double, the 3rd allowed by Lamb. It's a 2-2 game.
His pitch was right in the heart of the plate. Smoke went down and got it, lines it to the wall in center field. And if he gets that baseball quickly, he's going to be able to get that in. I don't think Gurriel's going to have a chance to score.
Agreed. I think you're looking at a 2nd and 3rd 1-out situation. Instead, goes as a double. RBI, 35th of the season. This one's bounced to 3rd. Going across the diamond. So Larte basically jogging down the line. 2 outs. Here's Kendricks. Doubled and scored leading off the 2nd.
Candice Morales trying to turn on that cut fastball. .55 pitches thrown by John Lamb so far.
Two balls, one strike. .16 pitches so far this inning. Pulled foul, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Good change up, got him out in front. The hard thing for any pitcher, especially for Lamb to do, he throws a cut fastball in to follow up with a change up away because of that grip you have to have on a cutter. You're on top of the baseball a little bit more so, I should say, to the side, and then you have to turn that wrist just the opposite way for a change up.
Fouled off. Count remains at 2 balls, 2 strikes. All right, Gooby, we were talking about as far as throwing the changeup and then the cutter.
Well, this is what you're going to have for the cutter. It's going to be this way, but then you got to have the changeup this way. So your wrist is already going in this direction. So to throw a changeup, it's difficult to be able to make sure you get back on top and throw this is the opposite way. 2 different directions for your wrist make it different to be consistent.
You're talking from a muscle memory standpoint,
exactly.
Right? Full count, whereas John wasn't going through these deeper counts in the first 2 innings. Here, this 3rd inning, he kind of has. And that is ball 4. That's a borderline pitch.
That could have easily been called a strike.
First free pass he's issued. 2 on with 2 outs.
The location of this pitch was. And that's all over the inside part of the plate at the knees.
Two on, 2 outs. Kevin Pillar, little bouncer back to the mound, broke his back. His 2nd inning at bat. Tied at 2. Had to come in there with the strike in a 2-0 situation, 2-1 now.
Remember, jammed him on a cut fastball, upper part of the strike zone last at bat.
Two balls, 2 strikes, just slightly out in front. About to throw his 25th pitch of the inning. 64 overall. Got him to reach for it. Lifted out to shallow right center. Cole's there. And the inning comes to an end. But Toronto ties it up as we head to the bottom of the 3rd. It's a 2-2 game.
Hyundai. Get a great deal more than a great deal on all new Hyundai vehicles. See your Hyundai dealer today. And by Jack in the Box. Try the $4.99 Jack Spicy Chicken Club Combo with toasted sourdough. New from Jack in the Box.
2-2 game, bottom of the third. Long top of the third for John Lamb. And here in the bottom of the frame, it'll be Upton, Pujols, and Valbuena. They said Aaron Sanchez left the game with a right index finger contusion. X-rays negative.
Well, that's what's similar to what Mike Trout has on the right index finger from throwing a baseball. That just seems odd for a pitcher to have that.
Every year it just seems like there's a new trend as far as injuries.
Yeah.
Hopefully this is not the start of one. It's not affecting Mike swinging the bat.
No.
It just bothers him when he's throwing the baseball. It's on his throwing hand, of course. Upton takes a strike. He doubled and scored in the first inning. Double for Justin, his 9th of the year.
Mike Trout with that finger wrapped up.
Bouncer to short. Diaz has it. One down.
That's a strong throwing run for Diaz over a shortstop.
Gooby Griffin Canning jumped up from AA to AAA, made his AAA debut tonight. And just doing what Griffin has done basically all season long. Didn't start a no-hitter.
I was going to say another no-hitter.
No, he started 2 of them already at AA. But 4 innings tonight, 6 strikeouts, 3 walks allowed, 2 hits, 87 pitches, 51 strikes.
It's pretty impressive.
Yep. Second round pick for the Angels last year out of UCLA.
People I talked to from UCLA when he was there, just perfect mechanics. Had a great idea how to pitch. Great stuff. Think about all the real good young pitchers around baseball right now that came through that program with Coach Savage over with UCLA.
Albert 1 for 1 with a single and an RBI. Pulls it foul. Evens up the count. Breaking ball there. Gets Albert to foul it off, though. It's 1-2. Second inning of relief for Biagini. Allowed 2 base runners, 2 hits with 1 out. Then struck out Kinsler. Trout went into an inning-ending fielder's choice.
Did a pretty good job so far as pitching his fastball away and then back in. Seems like he'll come back in with a fastball, see if Albert's ready to turn on a pitch on the inner half of the plate. 16 strikes of his 25 pitches thrown.
Two. Full count.
Luis Valbuena on deck.
Lifted foul.
He stayed away a lot in this at bat.
Three-two again. Bouncer to third.
That time came inside to Albert and grounded out to third.
So 2 outs, nobody on for Luis Valbuena.
It's 3 straight ground ball outs for Biagini.
Shift on. Gurriel out in shallow right. He's the second baseman. Valbuena struck out in the first inning. Takes a breaking ball. It doesn't get called. 1-0. As Diaz not calling that bottom part of the zone.
We've seen him call some high strikes so far.
That's the pitch you would think that we should just punch it the other way.
Remember that was the pitch
on
when he was with the Astros, and we hit that ball in the Crawford box. Is that fastball up and away and to drive it to left field. Chase the changeup out of the strike zone.
Biagini's ready. Here's the 1-2. He fouls it back. Four straight outs. It's given up the base hit to Hermosillo in the second.
Real big pitch was the one he threw to Ian Kinsler that ran off the inside part of the plate to get a swing and miss.
Foul back. Two balls, two strikes. The appeal, he did not go. Biagini, a slightly more deliberate pitcher than that of Aaron Sanchez. Not too many bullpen pieces in baseball that work quickly. Bueno reaching for it, protects. Still the 2-2.
That's one of those pitches, though, you can hit that other way now.
is in dead pull mode and has been for some time.
When you see where that pitch is located and where the infield is set up, especially with 2 strikes on you, it's different when you're ahead of the count. 1-0, 2-0, 2-1. But with 2 strikes on you and he throws a pitch like that, that's a perfect pitch just to hit the other way.
Valbuena strikes out for the second time tonight. A 1-2-3 inning for Biagini. We're headed to the 4th, tied at 2. Blue Jays wrapping up this 4-game set. The first 10,000 kids in attendance will receive a Youth Trout jersey courtesy of Angels Radio AM 830 while supplies last. For more information, go to angels.com. Top of the 4th, tied at 2. John Lamb with 3 strikeouts, 1 walk, 4 hits allowed, 3 have been doubles. He'll get Grichuk, Diaz, and Maley.
It's a real big inning for Lamb.
Needs a quick one.
Yep. Going to put yourself in position, pick up a win today. Need a quick inning here in the 4th to be able to get back out there in the 5th.
25 pitches last inning. This one rocking it down toward right field, toward the corner. That is gone. Randall Grichuk goes the opposite way, and Toronto leads it 3-2. 3 consecutive innings. The leadoff man has reached against Lamb. Double single, pardon me, and home run.
Yeah, we talked about Grichuk starting to drive the ball much better than he was earlier in the season. Hits that one the other way. I'll tell you how strong he is. That ball to right field. High fastball, went out and got it. 8th home run of the season, 22nd RBI.
No balls, 2 strikes on Diaz, who doubled home a run with 2 outs in the 2nd.
Good slow curve, but that one at 66 miles an hour. Take a look at our Nissan pitch cast on this curveball, a well-located curveball, and took a lot off that pitch. 66-mile-an-hour curveball.
You talk about getting a guy out in front. Imagine if he did that with slow windup moves.
That one at 65.
Jared Weaver approves.
Bugs Bunny too.
Yeah.
Boy, it makes that cut fastball and fastball better when you can throw that slow curveball. Pretty good differential in the speeds of those two pitches. 65 to 85.
Noe Ramirez playing catch. 74 pitches so far for Lamb. Just got a piece of it. Bailey struck out to end the second, 0 for 1. Now what you wanted to see is anybody in the Angels pen up right now in the 4th inning. Out to center field. The 1-2 pitch. Bailey's on board with a 1-out single.
Second baseman, number 13, Lourdes Gurriel Jr.
Gurriel opened up the 3rd inning with a base hit to right, scored. At that point, the tying run. It may be done.
.76 pitches.
This has the smell of a call from the dugout as far as Maldonado going out.
And that look into the dugout for Maldonado.
That's it. Yep. So 3 1/3 as a spot starter tonight. Remember, it was Tyler Skaggs' spot. Hamstring kept him out. Lamb goes out there. He's given up 3 runs. Responsible for the man at first pitching change here, the 4th. 3-2 Toronto.
Their team's a victory. Aaron Judge with a 2-run home run in the 1st inning as the Yankees sweep Seattle and win that one 4-3. Mookie Betts, big game again, 3 for 6. Solo home run as the Red Sox beat the Minnesota Twins 9-2. Nolan Arenado, 3-run home run, 2-run double as the Rockies beat the New York Mets 6-4.
Yankees and Red Sox now at 50 wins on the season to go along with Houston Astros.
Especially when you think about it, the Yankees came back. They were down last night to King Felix. He pitched very well, 5-0, and they came back and won that game. Giancarlo Stanton walk-off 2-run home run.
Lamb done after 76 pitches. Noe Ramirez takes over on the mound with a man at first, 1 out. 36th appearance, 2-3 with a 4.07 ERA. A tough month of June so far for Noe. Misses down and away. This is his 8th game this month. He's 1-1 with a 6.52 earned run average, 9 2/3 innings in June. 5 hits allowed, 7 runs. The long ball, 3 home runs this month. Usually a guy that Scioscia counts on to get a ground ball, get a double play.
Especially so good as far as changing speeds with his fastball, his breakable, and changeup. That's one of those pitches again that left it out over the plate. See the frustration when he got that baseball back for Ramirez. It's the right pitch, but the execution not there for him.
Not getting the bite and the location that he's had the first couple of months of the season.
Even think about it, his fastball has been his most effective pitch. He can get that by hitters because they're looking whether to change up or his breakable. Such good arm action on this changeup.
Gurriel kind of reminds me of a young Jose Bautista, doesn't he? Looks wise the way he walks around.
Yep.
Don't know that he'll ever get to the bat flip of Jose Bautista. Perhaps, maybe one day. You could graduate to that level.
Some epic bat flips for Bautista.
1-2. Oh, look, he got him. Yes, he did.
That's that good fastball.
2 down.
See if he went across the plate. Now, if I was Jose Bautista and he was called out, that would have been an interesting look to the first base umpire.
Yep. So 2 outs and a man at first, and it's the top of the order now to Oscar Hernandez. Hernandez has struck out twice. Pops this one up behind the plate.
That's got some height to it.
Yes, it does. Maldonado on the track squeezes it for the 3rd out. So the Grichuk leadoff home run is all the Blue Jays get, but it's good enough to give them a 3-2 lead as we head to the bottom of the 4th. for a Christmas in June themed post-game fireworks show, as well as a movie. More information on that, go to angels.com. Pitching change for John Gibbons and the Toronto Blue Jays as we start the bottom of the 4th inning. John Axford replaces Joe Biagini. This will be Axford's 32nd appearance of the season. 1-0 with a 4.01 ERA, 33+ innings, 31 strikeouts, 14 walks.
His fastball is 94, 98. Still a good fastball. Curveball, slider. With Anderson Simmons coming to plate, now it's time for the Mercedes-Benz leaders as far as at-bats without a strikeout in Angels history. Spike Owen at the top, 110. And Anderson Simmons with his first at-bat here tonight, 86, and it's a current streak. No strikeouts for Anderson Simmons. Bill Buckner in there. Dave Chalk, Luis Polonia at 98.
Spike Owen.
Spike. University of Texas.
Remember him well.
Billy Buckner in there too. Boy, he can hit.
Didn't Spike used to roll up his sleeves at the University of Texas? Was he that guy?
I don't know that one.
Because that was right in my wheelhouse when I was watching a lot of College World Series. Rosenblatt Stadium in Omaha.
Did you see Kansas City's going to play the Tigers in a game, a regular season game next year in Omaha?
Yeah, to kick off the College World Series.
Yes.
I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
Bunts a beauty down the third base line. Solarte off balance throw, not in time. A base hit for Anderson Simmons.
Pretty good test for that ankle too for Anderson Simmons. Solarte did a nice job on that bunt. They're checking to make sure. Looked like from our angle that Anderson Simmons beat that one out. Solarte playing back, but he came in on that baseball well with the bare hand, got a lot on that throw. Anderson Simmons just is a smart baseball player also, knowing it's been a while for him to get consistent with the swing in the bat and getting some hits. Gets that bunt down and beats it out. He can do it all. He's an umpire too at first.
Cole swung at the first pitch in the second inning against Biagini, hit a fly ball to left, so he's 0 for 1.
That was a good test though for Simmons going down the line on that ankle. Remember this talk to him when we were in Oakland, who said he wasn't quite 100% but close. Got back a lot quicker than everyone anticipated.
A 1. The ball would strike. Also said that growing up playing as much soccer as he did, rolled the ankle a number of times, as I'd imagine plenty of soccer players do.
Yeah. Quick healer. We saw that even with the hand injury he had a couple of seasons ago. This is a fantastic athlete. Axford pretty quick to the plate. But a pretty good count now to send Anderson Simmons in motion.
Three balls, 1 strike. Axford now 35 years of age. First season with Toronto. Last couple of seasons with the Oakland A's. Originally came up with Milwaukee. Maldonado on deck. 3-1. Out toward right center field. Towering shot. Kevin Pillar giving chase. Racing back near the wall. He'll leap up. That ball should be gone, and it is. Big fly for Cole Calhoun, and the Angels have retaken the lead.
There's the signal. The home run call by the fan.
Todd Titchener, the third base umpire, racing out to shallow center field. That was his call.
Well, we sure Gibbons will have a look at it downstairs.
And that swing by Cole Calhoun is a top-tier play brought to you by Arco. Another pitch that was elevated, fastball, very similar to what we showed in the opening today. Pillar got back to the wall, leaps up, but off the tip of his glove and over that yellow line for a home run. Back-to-back games for Cole Calhoun. Now 3 home runs on the season.
First one came on opening day. Second one on Tuesday. Third tonight. 4-3. Angels lead it. Nobody out here. Martin Maldonado fouling off the first pitch.
Remember we talked about the very first game of the season how many more home runs would be hit with that yellow line there. It goes from 18 feet to 8 feet. They thought maybe about 5 to 7 home runs. Well, that's been passed a long time ago.
That was in the first month.
It's good to see Cole smiling. You know what it was too, Victor? He got patient.
That grazed him. Looked like it did. Laz Diaz pointed to first base. Was he asking for an appeal? Because Maldonado is looking at his forearm.
That looked like it grazed his back arm right here. Certainly wasn't a swing. But going back to Cole, patience at the plate. See that smile? Talking to Eric Hinsky, hitting coach, saying, all right, that's what we want you to see to do. Get patient. Don't chase pitches out of the strike zone. Get a pitch that you can drive, and he got it.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
103rd home run hit of the season by the Angels.
Maldonado with a base hit to right. His first at bat. Full count. He walked him. First 3 have reached against Axford here in the 4th. Single home run to walk. Pete Walker heading out. Eric Sanchez started for Toronto, lasting 1 inning. Contusion to his right index finger. Eugenie went 2 innings. Now Axford. Just had their starter come out in the 4th inning. John Lamb going 3 to 3rd, giving up 3 runs on 6 hits. Michael Hermosillo singled to left field in the 2nd inning, so he's 1 for 1.
Axford has not real good numbers against the Angels in his career. Coming into this game, 4.85 ERA. 18 hits in 13 innings pitched.
Check swing roller, Smoke goes to second base. That's the only play they're going to have. 1 out.
Ian Kinsler coming to plate now. Let's take a look at our Kia drive to success. Coming into the game here tonight, Ian Kinsler. You look at his first 40 games. It's a 179 batting average with 2 home runs. Out of his last 20, though, 310 batting average coming to the game with 8 home runs, 18 runs scored, 1,055 OPS since May 29th, which leads MLB as far as second basemen in that category.
Big lead for Hermosillo, first base. Ian 0 for 2, a ground out and a strikeout.
Kinsler 4 for 5 in his career versus Axford. Big lead there for Hermosillo. Working his way out there, a 12-foot lead.
0-2. Heck of a block by Maley there with that breaking ball. Angels on top 4-3 here in the bottom of the 4th. A 2-run home run by Cole Calhoun, 3rd of the season. 14 runs batted in. Trout's on deck. Ground ball to short. Low throw, dug out by Smoke. They get the double play to end it, but the Angels have retaken a lead on Cole Calhoun's second home run in as many games, Gooby.
Yeah, you got that 94-mile-an-hour fastball. Very similar swing we saw the other night. Gets it out, 2-run home run for Cole Calhoun. Brought to you by Ram Trucks. The Rogers Center. Josh Donaldson at the plate. Lines one. And Anderson Simmons makes one of the best plays all season long. He had 1.1 second to react to make this play on the line drive. Didn't even have really a chance to brace himself as he hit that turf up in Toronto. We're talking to him later on that night. I said, that was one of the best plays I've ever seen. He says, you know what, I was just happy that I was able to get up and walk after that.
That little whiplash action. First pitch swinging is Justin Smoke, rolls it foul. Joey Ramirez back out on the mound, came in and got the last 2 outs of the 4th inning. Look at Smoke, Solarte, and Morales here in the Blue Jays half of the 5th.
Yeah, when Donaldson hit that baseball, I thought he had no chance even to think about going after that. But to catch that, it was that quick for Hamilton Simmons.
No balls, 2 strikes. Smoke 1 for 2. A fly ball to right in the 1st inning. Doubled home a run in the 3rd. Doubled at that point, tied the score at 2. Smoke chases. He'll go down. And there's the first out of the 5th.
That was a real good changeup by No Way there. At their fastball inner half, followed up with a changeup going fade down and away. Great arm action on it. Rotation and then down and away, swing and miss, and non-strike.
Solarte 0 for 2. He's twice grounded out, also switch hitter, so he spins around.
Back-to-back changeups he has taken. Good numbers versus a fastball this year for Solarte. So she's asking Laz Diaz where that pitch was. 297 batting average versus fastballs with 10 home runs. This 202 versus a changeup and a curveball.
Out to center. Rocio drifts back. A good jump on it. 2 down.
See a different approach on a fastball for Solarte. He hit that very well. Rocio able to run it down.
Very angry at his helmet. Knew he had to pitch a drive there.
And he hit it well. Wrong part of the ballpark, though.
Kendricks fouls it back. Morales a double and a walk. Off speed pitch, 1-2. Ramirez looking for a shutdown inning. Ground ball left side. Simba far to his right with Morales running. Last time a 1-2-3 shutdown inning performed by Noe Ramirez. 4-3 Halos. We head to the bottom of the 5th.
Trout's 1,000th career game, and he has accomplished a lot during that time. And when I talked to him before the game, he said his all-time favorite moment, hands down, is when the team clinched the division in 2014. He said the individual stuff is cool, but being able to celebrate with his teammates and the fans and spraying the champagne, guys, is something that he will remember forever.
Thanks a lot, Alex. As Mike leads things off here in the 5th inning, he'll be followed by Upton and Pujols. 98-win season for the Angels that year.
Also had a home run in Game 3 of that ALDS series against Kansas City.
Trout 0 for 1.
They're trying to pitch him inside, and you would think that would be the right decision, especially with that index finger throwing hand.
Trout walked in the 1st and scored. Fielder's choice that ended the 2nd inning. That's up and in. 2nd walk of the night. 66th of the season. Go back to 2014, Gooby.
That's the thing for the Angels there. Houston Street got that last out.
Anticlimactic since the Angels had to wait around for the Oakland A's game.
I'll tell you what, you can know when you talk to Mike Trout, that's all he is about, is a chance to win and win that World Series, carry that trophy around for the fans here for the Angels. That's all he wants to do. His numbers, yeah, they're off the chart. He wants to win a World Championship. Get back to the postseason.
Up to double to score the 1st, grounded out, leading off the 3rd. Bouncer down the line. That is just foul.
It's a pretty good play by Solarte. It's almost in the Angels dugout. The camera well down there to made the throw. Accurate one-hop throw. Pretty good play on that bunt by Anelton Simmons also.
A little happier now.
So he got rid of that anger on that helmet, slamming it in the dugout.
Oh, 2. Trout with 3 runs on 6 hits. They've stranded 4. The Angels 4 runs on 6 hits and left 3 on base. Leadoff walk to Trout. He stands at first. 2-2. 2nd inning of relief for John Axford.
He's had a tough time with that glove side fastball. Really just pulled off on that pitch and missed by quite a bit. So what that allows you to do as a hitter, then you start tracking middle to middle in. Again, it's all about one part of the plate you own as a hitter. And against Axford, because he hasn't been able to throw that fastball on the glove side, that you're just looking on the inner half.
Nobody's warming for the Angels, so no, he maybe comes back. And he had a quick inning at the top of this 5th. Breaking ball and Upton strikes out for out number 1. So it'll bring up Albert. Had an RBI single in the first inning, his 41st run batted in. Grounded out to Solarte. His last at bat. .94 on that fastball.
He's always had that good fastball. Back inside with another fastball, 94.
Blue Jays have action going in their bullpen. Nothing for the Angels as of yet. No balls, 2 strikes here on Albert. Danny Barnes cranking it up. Albert takes a heater down the middle. Round number 2. Back-to-back strikeouts for Axford. It'll be up to Valbuena to keep this inning alive. Trout still over at first base. Oh for 2 tonight with a couple of strikeouts for Luis. Trout started to go and stopped.
13 stolen bases for Trout, but caught once.
That's out toward deep left center field. Has some carry to it. Pilar racing back near the wall. Gone! Luis Valbuena, struggling in the month of June, goes oppo. And it extends the Angels' lead to 6-3.
Back-to-back innings with a 2-run home run for the Halos. We talked about how he can sit back and drive the ball that way. Did that so well in his career with the Astros going that way. Hit that ball a long, long way. Stayed back, got a fastball just above the knees on the outside part of the plate, and looked to drive the ball that way. That's a great sound off the bat.
We wouldn't steer him wrong. We told you could go the other way.
Yes. Over the fence by quite a bit.
Now back.
First home run. It's a 2-homer game back on May 29th for Luis Valbuena. Well, it's good to see for Luis going the other way.
Two-one count on Simba, who's 1 for 2. He had a bunt base hit to lead off the 4th.
Patience again by Simba.
This one out toward left. Hernandez comes in. That'll do it for the Angels as they tack on 2 more on Luis Valbuena's home run, a 2-run shot, 7th of the season. We head to the 6th.
That's just the perfect swing for Valbuena, going the other way and well out to left center field.
Two guys without a hit so far. Trout and Kinsler at the top of the order. Trout, though, has walked twice and has scored twice. Valbuena and Calhoun have gone deep. 2-run shots. 6-3 Angels as we start the 6th inning. Noah Ramirez back out of the mound. He's gone an inning and 2/3 this far. And here in the 6th inning, Toronto will have Pilar, Grichuk, and Diaz due up as Eduardo Paredes begins to loosen in the Angels' pen.
Very impressive balance in the lineup tonight for the Angels.
Kevin Pilar, 0 for 2. Bouncer back to the mound, a fly ball to shallow right.
Already doing a nice job as far as expanding the strike zone against Pilar, but Pilar fouled that one off. That was about 2 or 3 baseballs off the outside corner.
And Pilar goes down swinging for out number 1. 3rd strikeout for Noe.
See where Maldonado was set up. Even though that breaker ball was 78, it still didn't quite get exactly where he wanted to throw that breaker ball. Spins back. A lot of times when you see a catcher reach it back like that, baseball has a chance of going a long way, but the speed of the pitch got Pilar out in front and no contact.
Breaking ball for a strike.
Much better adjustment on that one there for Ramirez.
Randall Grichuk 1 for 2, homered the right field corner, the 4th inning, his 8th of the year, 22nd RBI.
And tomorrow we're going to talk about that for Grichuk, what he has done in his stance to allow him to drive the ball much better the other way, including a home run in the 2nd at bat to right field. Made an adjustment in his stance and swing.
Blew the fastball right by it. Back-to-back punch-outs, 2 out.
That's just real good pitching. Good sequence there for Ramirez and Maldonado. After some off-speed pitches, a break ball, a changeup, runs a fastball, 91, unable to catch up to it. See, that baseball was by him when he's trying just to foul that off.
One ball, one strike. Diaz, a shortstop, 1 for 2. He had a double with an RBI in the second. Struck out in the fourth. Out toward right. Cole back. Couple of steps is there. And another 1-2-3 inning for Noe Ramirez. He faced 8 batters, retired all 8. Angels lead it. Hits with 3 more against the Blue Jays tomorrow and Saturday nights. Day game on Sunday. The Angels will head out on a 4-city odyssey beginning in Kansas City. The makeup game from the April cold out. And then 3 in Boston, 3 in Baltimore. Off day in Seattle, 3 against the M's before returning home. And that'll be the weekend before the All-Star break. 2 weekends before the All-Star break. They'll play the Dodgers, Mariners, Dodgers in that week leading up to the break. Danny Barnes on in relief for the 32nd time, 2-1 mark, a 4.40 ERA.
And Barnes' fastball is 89-94. He'll throw a slider and a changeup.
Cole a fly ball to left and a 2-run home run in the 4th. John Axford gave up 4 runs in his 2 innings of work.
Let's keep looking at that stance where Cole has his hands. It just seems like he has better coverage out over the plate. And still quick enough to be able to turn on a pitch. And he's hit a couple 94-mile-an-hour fastballs out the last couple of games.
Three balls, no strikes. At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter, right? It's where he feels most comfortable at this given point of the season.
And then where he can cover part of the plate. And that's the thing. It looked earlier, he was just swinging the pitches that weren't even necessarily in the strike zone because he was is concerned about covering certain spots.
He draws a
and he's showing
walk.
some patience. He had a 3-1 fastball out, 4-pitch walk here. He's chasing some pitches early on. Go back to that home run there. 94-mile-an-hour fastball. Gets it out for a 2-run home run. The important thing, you get those hands in that position, that load on that back leg, and then drive through the baseball. Reading that lift, the backspin, hit it out.
Maldonado 1 for 1, single and a walk.
And one thing that Maldonado has worked well with is that's putting a hit and run on, hitting that ball on the ground, the right side of the infield. Long look down at Dina Weeble. Quick sign from Dina Weeble over to Cole Calhoun about the length of his lead he can take.
Cole takes off, the pitch upstairs, a third down. Out of time, a stolen base for Cole.
It's many of the scouting reports you get on pitchers. Most stolen bases are not against the catcher, it's against the pitcher. And a big jump there for Cole, and slides in and gets into scoring position. You get all those scouting reports prior to know the times of a pitcher to the plate, and that's why you saw Dina Weeble give him that sign, like get a little bit bigger lead.
Going in hard with that palm on the base. 1-2.
Pulled toward third, and that's a fair ball past the diving Solarte. It'll bring home Calhoun. Maldonado racing to second. He is in there with an RBI double. 7-3 Angels.
All speed. Hip opened up a little bit early, but kept the bat back. And hooks that right down in the corner, picking up a double. His 11th double, 22nd RBI. Five RBIs against the Toronto Blue Jays this season for Martin Maldonado.
Macia pops it up. Right up the elevator chute. One down.
Ideally, on that situation, you want to make sure at the very least, if you're going to make it out at all, you want to hit that ball on the ground to the right side of the infield. Keep adding on, scoring runs, get Maldonado over to third.
Kessler will bat with 1 out, a man in scoring position. And 0 for 3 tonight. Ground out, strikeout, double play ball. No balls, 2 strikes. Eight hits for the Angels tonight. 2 in the first, 2 in the fourth, 2 in the fifth, 1 so far here in the sixth. Kessler foul tipped that one. He'll go down. 2 outs. Now they're going to intentionally walk Trout. This will be his third walk of the night.
It's now 67 walks in the season for Trout.
The 10th time this year he's been intentionally walked.
Closest to Trout coming into the game today, Aaron Judge with 50 walks in the season.
Upton 1 for 3, doubled back in the first. He's grounded out and struck out since then. First one's up and away. Paredes getting ready. Two balls, no strikes. Upton so good last year with men in scoring position, in particular scoring position with 2 outs. Hit .328, .336 overall. Not the case this year. Just .181 on the year with men in scoring position. A little bit better with when there are 2 outs. 3-0.
Can't believe that Upton will be swinging here 3-0 if he gets a fastball anywhere near the strike zone. Albert Pujols on deck. And he was hacking.
He walked him. They're loaded up for Albert. Third walk of the inning for Barnes.
And right to the bullpen. John getting his kid right out of that dugout, right to the bullpen.
Barnes is done after 2/3 of an inning. He's allowed a run, responsible for 3 guys on base. A pitching change. The Angels on top, 7-3.
Dealers, and by Heffernan Insurance Brokers. Insurance and financial services for you and your business. Visit hefins.com.
Bases loaded for the Angels here in the 6th inning. Angels up by the score of 7-3. Preston Gilmet takes over on the mound. 30-year-old. University of Arizona product. Acquired off waivers from the Cardinals on June the 9th. Takes over, pitching 2 games with St. Louis. This is his 3rd game with Toronto. Total of 3 innings so far with the Blue Jays. 2 strikeouts, 2 walks, 2 hits allowed. They'll face Albert Pujols. Maldonado at 3rd, Trout at 2nd, Upton at 1st. Off speed for a strike.
Yeah, throws a split finger fastball, throws a slider, and a fastball is 90-92.
Oh, 1 pitch. In tight. 1 ball, 1 strike. Gilmet. 9th round pick of the Indians in 2009. Pitching 4 big league games for them back in 2013. He's been with the Indians, Orioles, Rays, Brewers, Cardinals, now Blue Jays.
Now with 14 career grand slams, very good batting average, 323 also. 1 for 5 this season.
1-2. Halos without a slam this year. Hey folks, stay tuned during the 7th inning stretch for the Nissan game break with Kent French and Jose Mota. The Frenchie and Hosey show.
Yes.
One, 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Lucky enough to hang with him, both of them in the pregame show today.
The pleasure was all theirs.
As Frenchie would say.
Look at the base runners for the Angels. 7-3. 1 run in. With the double by Maldonado. Try to pitch him inside. 2-2. Albert lifts it on the right field line. Long run for Grichuk into foul territory. Not going to get there. Ball just gets slicing away from Randall. Blue Jay fan comes up with the souvenir.
Yeah, quite a few Blue Jay fans we saw coming into the game today.
There they are.
Always quite a few on that first base side, lower level here at the Big A.
2-2 pulled foul.
Those grand slams with the bases loaded for Albert Pujols. That was home run number 600 when he hit a grand slam of Urban Santana.
Back line, right back to Gilmet. 1 hopper. He'll retire. Pujols for the 3rd out. The Angels out a run. We'll head to the 7th. 7-3 Angels. Saturday, fans are encouraged to donate a new unwrapped toy at the table under the big red hats outside the Big A prior to the game. A ticket voucher to a future Angel game will be given in exchange for the donation of each new toy with a minimum value of $10.
Looking pretty festive around here at the Big A today.
Oh yeah, the wreaths are up here at the ballpark. Almost makes it feel like Christmas time.
Yeah, Christmas tree out in front.
I missed
Enter
that
the
one.
stadium. Yeah, I saw that today. Took a picture out there today by the tree.
Oh, getting ready.
Yes.
You better be nice, Goopy.
Oh yes, I always try to do that.
Eduardo Paredes pitching in his 11th game this year. Takes over and delivers ball one. Angels on top 7-3.
What a job by Noe Ramirez tonight.
2 2/3 innings. Not one batter reached. 4 strikeouts for Noe. Haley cuts through it. 1 ball, 1 strike. It was a jolly performance for Noe Ramirez.
Yeah. Did you say Noe or Noel?
No, I said Noe.
Oh, okay, just check.
Heads up. I got you, Gooby.
Oh, thank you.
Don't want your hands to hurt.
No. It's our big day tomorrow. It's unveiling of a potential nice little Christmas outfit.
Potential.
It may happen.
Haley foul tips that one into the glove. And there's out number 1. Haley 1 for 3 now.
Latest did a nice job as far as on the follow through on this pitch. No one in the count be able to expand and go down with that breaker ball. You get a swing and miss.
Gurriel, the second baseman, single. Back into 3rd inning, struck out in the 4th. One on 1. One, 2. Did not go. Andy Gonzalez with a little step back.
He was ready.
Three balls, 2 strikes. Top of the order on deck. I'm just watching that foul ball ricochet. You can see how far toward the foul line Cole is with Gurriel. Certainly not afraid to go the other way. We've seen him a couple of times try to punch it to right. We'll see a little bit towards right center.
See, that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to hit the ball that way. Now he's going to try to hit the fastball that way. We'll try to turn on an off-speed pitch.
At this point, though, I mean, everything's been away, right? Can't you not lock him up with a fastball in now?
It would be very difficult to go inside out on that, especially when you're trying to hit that ball, fastball or break a ball away the other way. If you run it in, there's no way you're going to have time to be able to turn on that at all.
Now toward deep left center field, tried to sneak that one in, didn't get it in enough, and he turns on him, solo shot, and it's 7-4. A 10-pitch at bat, Gurriel picks up his 3rd home run of the season.
And we talk about at some point a hitter's going to get that mistake, and he got it from Paredes. He did not get that anywhere near where he wanted to throw it. It's being pretty much the heart of the plate.
See, he went with the 2-seamer there.
If you're going to throw that 2-seamer, you got to start it on the inside corner to run it off the plate.
Right. Hernandez tonight 0 for 3, a couple of strikeouts and a pop-up. Second home run Paredes allowed this year.
Hernandez did not like that call by Laz Diaz on the fastball towards that outside corner.
Out toward right, Cole has to race over, not going to get there, goes foul.
Cole almost made a nice play going back to Toronto. Cole Cohen's play is worthy of a Carlos Cam replay. Really the game on the line here. Cole got behind this baseball hit by Hernandez to right field. Got in perfect throwing position. Curtis Granderson tried to tag on him. Cover this throw, 267-foot throw in there to be able to make that play at the plate. Cole loving that throw. We talked to him a little bit after that game. He was so pumped up still by that defensive play.
2 down, 3rd time tonight that Hernandez has struck out. Justin Smoke, a 1 for 3 game. RBI double back into 3rd. He'll pop this one up. Pujols toward the dugout. Gets it. Blue Jays get 1 on the Gurriel home run. Halos lead at 7-4. Stretch time. Time now for the Nissan Game Break with Ken French and Jose Mota.
Victor, thank you very much. Welcome to your Nissan Game Break. Kent French alongside Jose Mota outside the Big A on Mike Trout's big night.
Gurriel Jr. Luis Valbuena, who homered himself his last at bat, leading off here, bottom of the 7th.
One for 3 game for Luis with a couple of strikeouts and that home run, his 7th of the year. 23 runs batted in. It's a 2-run shot. Gilmet came on with the bases loaded, 2 outs. Got Pujols to bounce one back to him. He's back out for the 7th inning. Valbuena, Simmons, and Calhoun. Pulled foul. May have broken his bat. Sounded like it. Yep.
See if he continues with that same approach. If something's on the outer half, drive it that way.
Out to deep right field. This one is gone. Big fly for Luis Valbuena. It's a multi-homer game.
Last time he homered in the game, he had a multi-homer game back on May 29th. Home run to left center, home run to right center for Luis Valbuena. Giving now 8 home runs on the season. Another fastball elevated. And the back flip. Ball got out quickly.
8th career multi-homer game for Luis. Simmons takes a strike. Andleton bunt base hit. Back in the 4th.
Simmons has been so good this season with 2 strikes on him. He's had really good numbers against Toronto this season. .357 batting average. 1 for 3 on a bunt single. Not unusual for Dino Weeble to show those great hands he has at third base coach's box. Simmons, .367 with 2 strikes on him this year, leading the majors in that category. Mookie Betts, 2nd, .321. Gene Segura having an outstanding season for Seattle, .297.
Pops this one up. Solarte calls Bailey off to 1 out now.
Going back to my Hyundai key for this game for the Angels and Cole and the rest of this lineup to be successful against the Jays. Hard to break. And Cole Calhoun got a fastball to the heart of the plate and he crushed it. Picking up a 2-run home run, his 2nd home run in as many games for Cole. 3 home runs on the season. Luis Valbuena also. A couple center fastballs drove him out. 2 home run performance by Luis Valbuena tonight.
Cole drives this one out to center field. Pilar has to go back on it. 2 down.
Still a good swing there for Cole. And you always want to pick up hits, but it's all about the swing and the approach and the contact made. That was hit very well by Cole Calhoun.
Because now all you're hoping for is that the confidence starts to snowball on you, because you could at least take away that, hey, that was scored up. I saw pitch, I saw location, I did what I wanted to. I didn't get the hit, but whatever. At least you can build off of those things.
Yeah, because he's worked in a walk, he's worked some counts well, but he got a pitch there, the drive, he hit it well, was just run down.
Maldonado looks at a strike. Martin, a 2-hit game. On board 3 times with a single walk and a double. 1 RBI. One ball, 1 strike. 8-4 Angels. Bottom of the 7th. Bullpen game for both teams. Called strike 3. Martin knew it. That'll do it for the Angels. Leadoff home run by Valbuena. 2nd of the night will send the Angels to the top of the 8th inning, leading it by the score of 8-4. Delivers all new franchise mode and much more. RBI Baseball 18 is available now. Learn more at RBIGame.com. Rated E for everyone. 8-4 Angels. Opening game of a 4-game series. Halos trying to pick up the victory and also pick up a full game on the Seattle Mariners as far as the wild card is concerned. Seattle having lost earlier today to the New York Yankees. Victory tonight, the Angels would then find themselves 6 back.
And Seattle off to a 4-game set in Boston.
Yeah. 3-4-5 for the Blue Jays. In their half of the 8th, Solarte, Morales, and Pilar. First one's outside. Paredes' 2nd inning of work. Gave up the home run to Gurriel. Nothing else in the 7th. Ball's behind here. 2 balls, no strikes. Popped up. Pujols. Foul territory, 1 out.
Well, you like to get those, especially when you fall behind in the count. Overly aggressive, gets that pop up. First out of the inning here in the 8th.
Kendricks launches one out to right field. Cole moves back, and he'll watch this one go. Second home run allowed by Paredes. It's 8-5 Angels. Second hit of the game for Kendricks, his 7th home run of this season, 24th run batted in.
Right down the heart of the plate on a fastball, and Kendricks Morales, we saw him wearing a Angel uniform here with a Blue Jay uniform. He does not miss fastballs. He's had his issues with all speed pitches, but not a fastball. He's always been able to cover that.
Pilar gets jammed, rolls one softly up the middle. 2 down. 0 for 4 game for Kevin. Nobody out for Grichuk. Action in the Blue Jays pen. That one misses inside. One and 2. Halos in the bottom of the 8th. We'll have 9, 1 and 2 coming up, so Trout will get another opportunity. He's been walked 3 times tonight. 1 intentional, way outside. 2 and 2. Hit sharply to short. Angelton's got it. And that'll do it for Toronto. They had a run of the Morales blast. It is 8-5 Angels. We head to the bottom of the 8th.
live on your mobile device with Fox Sports Go. Download the app and take Fox Sports West and Angels baseball with you wherever you go. It's presented by Coors Light. Just popped open a can for you.
It sounds refreshing.
Silver bullet.
Yes.
New pitcher on for the Toronto Blue Jays here at the bottom of the 8th inning. Soon-Won Oh takes over. This will be his 34th appearance. 2-2 with a 3.34 earned run average for the last 2 seasons with the St. Louis Cardinals.
Yeah, he spots his fastball very well. 89 to 93. He'll throw a curveball, slider, split finger fastball.
Halos will have Hermosillo leading things off, center fielder. Kinsler, then Trout. Michael 1 for 3, had a single back to second.
See how he can spot that fastball.
This is low. It's 2-1. Oh, 35 years of age, native of South Korea. Signed with St. Louis in 2016. Had 19 saves for him in 76 games. This one's cued foul. Regressed last year to a 4.10 ERA in 62 games. There's the off-speed pitch. Hermosillo's down swinging for the first out. Stay tuned to our Angels Live post-game show for the business of sports, brought to you by Auto Nation. Low price, no pressure, guaranteed. Kinsler 0 for 4 tonight.
Showed it earlier that he's really been productive as far as driving the baseball over the last 20 games for Kinsler.
Justin Anderson loosening. Get him to chase upstairs. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Got him with a high fastball. 2 down. So Trout will bat with nobody on. DHing once again, dealing with that sore right index finger. Off the plate by about 2 baseballs for a strike. Trout 0 for 1, a fielder's choice back in the second. 3 walks, 2 runs scored tonight. 0-2.
That's one thing about Trout. He can He's always comfortable, even with 2 strikes on him too, just tracking that baseball.
Oh, 2. Called strike 3. Laz Diaz doing his best to move the game along, I guess. We head to the 9th. Angels leading at 8-5. Produced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Angels Baseball LP. Eduardo Paredes allowed a couple of solo home runs tonight in the one each in the 7th and 8th innings. Thus, we are in a save situation. So Justin Anderson comes on to try to lock it down here in the 9th inning. It'll be the bottom third of the order coming up for Toronto. Justin pitching in his 26th game, 1-1 mark with a 3.20 ERA, has a couple of saves this year.
Yeah, fastball, he can rush that 94 to 99. Very good breaking ball also.
Aledmus Diaz, the shortstop, to lead things off. Oh, Kurt Granderson actually going to pitch it here. First pitch is inside. Apparently that was inside too much on Granderson, but not enough on Trout. There's somebody from the dugout yelling out to Laz.
They're saying hi, I think, at that point.
They're not. Where was that? 2-0. 3-0. Granderson at 249 on the year. 3 for 11 as a pinch hitter.
It's under control, didn't overthrow that.
Yep.
Stay right there.
Line to left field, a leadoff single. Stay tuned for Angels Live post game coming up right after the game. Hence the name. It's presented by your SoCal Mazda dealers. Maley, the catcher, 1 for 3, had a single in his 4th inning at bat, struck out the other 2 times. 0-1. Just gets quick sometimes with the mechanics. Doesn't allow the arm to kind of get in that spot where it needs to be, especially on that slider.
Yeah, you just got to trust it. If you stay back a little bit longer, better balance over the pitching rubber, more consistent arm slot for him. That's that upper part of the strike zone.
One, 2. This is low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Gurriel's on deck. Leadoff single by Granderson. He's over at first. 2-2 now. Fastball bounced over the mound. Simmons going to take it himself. 1, 2. 2 down here in the 9th. You saw Justin for a second think about throwing that bare hand up there.
Again, as a pitcher, you always look back to see where your middle infielders are set up. Ground ball right back up the middle. Then pulls that hand back, knowing Anderson Simmons is there to make the play. Double play.
Multi-hit game for Lourdes Gurriel, the second baseman. A single and a home run. 2 runs scored. One-0. Now back 1 ball, 1 strike. John Lamb leaving after 3 1/3. Figure that Noe Ramirez will be in line for the W. 2 2/3 innings. They actually took over. The Angels were down, so yep. Retired all 8 batters. Picked up 4 strikeouts. One ball, 2 strikes. Angels trying to lock up their 40th win of the season. Pick up the opener of this 4-game set against Toronto.
Pretty good breaking ball.
Two now. Full count. Like Sersha giving Maldonado the sign to have him throw a slider. Here's the 3-2.
And he threw it.
Yep. Blake Parker with a 2-inning save Tuesday night. So they go back to the slider. Another payoff. Swing swing and a miss. Light that baby up as the Angels take the opener against the Toronto Blue Jays by the final of 8-5.
That's a good slider there for Justin Anderson, picking up his 3rd save of the season. Now let's take a look at our Land Rover above and beyond player of the game, Luis Valbuena. 2 home runs. First home run since the 2 home run game he had back on May 29th. Now it's 701 career hits. The power swings between Valbuena and Cole Calhoun. The difference, Noe Ramirez was outstanding in relief also. The Angels win game 1 of this 4-game set against Toronto.
40th win of the season for the Angels, now 5 games over 500. And, you know, sometimes you get the off day from an offensive standpoint, and it's difficult to get it cranked back up, but it was nice to see the Angels against this Toronto Blue Jays staff score 8 runs tonight.
Yeah, especially early on, some good swings using the whole field and driving the ball, even some home run. The home run by Valbuena going the other way. Good swing there, too, by Luis. Cole Calhoun continues to see the bat well, and Trout walking and scoring. Key for the Angels again tonight.
Ramirez, Noe picks up the win. Justin Anderson, his 3rd save. And on the heels of a good offensive performance, Luis Valbuena is down with our own Alex Curry. Alex.
Luis, back-to-back wins for this team and back-to-back home runs for you. That's got to feel good to really snap this tough month for you with those 2 home runs.
No, you know, I feel good. Forgot the first 2 at bat. And I think no worry about that one. I'm looking for good pitch. And I make a good swing, you know. The team is good, you know, everybody puts something to win the game.
At what point do you remind yourself to start just playing pepper?
That's my friend Mora. Every time when I'm struggling, something like that, he say to me, hey, play pepper. And that happened. Hit a 2 home run.
Seemed to work. And with all the injuries this team has endured, it seems like everyone just steps up tonight. Noe Ramirez having a big night. Talk about the complete team effort you saw from your guys to pull through with this win.
You know, it's a lot of guys in there, but I don't think about that, you know, just the guys come to the game and then the lineup and be ready for the game, you know. Everybody try to put something and win the game because that's how everybody do it, you know.
And you guys got it done tonight. Congratulations on picking up the win.
Thank you.
The Angels take game 1 against the Blue Jays tonight. Lights out performance by offense, but don't go anywhere because we'll be right back with Kent French and Jose Mota to break it all down next on Angels Live.